Okay, I got something to share with you in this before we go over it. In this packet there are many different correct answers. Follow my lead on the examples, but know that on your own you'll get completely different answers, and the person next to you can both be right. Okay. Now, you have what's called data. Okay. Years and pandas. The pandas are in the thousands, but don't put 37,000. Just keep it 37, 39, 24, 22, 18, 15. That shows negative correlation. Okay. That's important later. Okay. Because it's going down, as you can see. Now it went up 1 year, but generally speaking, it's going down. Graph the data and write a linear equation of best fit. This is X, this is Y. Okay. When you write that, you are also going to want to make a little mini table, X and Y. You don't need to really, well, yeah, you do want to label it. X is years and Y is pandas. That's important later. Here's how you graph that. Okay. This is the x-axis. You're going to put a 0 and a 0 in the corner. Now years is your x. You just number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I want you to number that. Now, here's how I want you to label the y-axis, the pandas. Okay, it looks like a different graph because you don't have negatives. That's why. This tells you how to label your y-axis. You start at 10. And then you count up by 5. So plus 5 would be 15. Plus 5 would be 20. Plus 5, 25. You can stop when you're past 37 because that's the highest amount. 30, 35, and 40. Okay, so 0, 37. So you stay at 0, go up to 37. 139, you go forward 1, then up to 39. 224, so you go to 2, then 24. 322, forward 3, up to 22. And then 418, forward 4, up to 18. 515. Okay. Now, here's where the negative correlation comes in. You position your ruler next to the first point. Okay, then you can't get all of them, just get as many points as you can. Okay, if that's only 2, that's fine. Okay, get as many points as you can. There's no right way. Everybody's line's going to look different. Okay, is that clear? Everybody's line looks different. Now it's time to write an equation of that line, which is used as the y equals blank x plus blank. This is my m, this is my b. Now, after you've written that, you want to put 3 things on the table. You want to circle your first point and put that, okay? 037. Just look up in the table what it is. 037. You always want to put the first point because that is your B. We'll talk about that here in a bit. Now, I want 2 more points that are close to my line. I'm going to pick the one above the 3. So I come up here and I put 3 with 22 on the table. Then I'm going to pick the one above the 4. You can pick whatever you want when working on your own, okay? So 4, 18. Now we can do y minus y, x minus x to find the m. With these 2 points, don't mess with the 0. Okay, x, y, x, y. So my higher x is 4, its partner is 18. I start with that. Then 3 and 22. Plus negative, that's negative 4. And 4 plus negative 3 is positive 1. Now just divide that. It's a story problem, so just divide it. That would give us negative 4 for the m. Now B, you do not need to do y equals m times x plus b. You put this 0 one, the one with the 0 on the table, because your b is 37. Okay, you don't need to do any formulas to find that as long as you put it on your table. Okay, circle that. That's your equation for part A. Now part B. Find the year in which the pandas have become extinct. That means 0 pandas. So you put a 0 in the pandas column, and you are finding the years. So write your equation down. And y equals 0. Okay? So 0 equals negative 4x plus 37. Okay, now your x is over here. It's got junk with it, so you dot and circle, and then you get rid of the things, the operations on that side. So you take out your 37 by minusing it. That would be negative 37. Then you divide by negative 4. And then negative 37 divided by negative 4 is 9.25. Okay. If you get a decimal, that's fine. Put 9.25 there. And you can put it up in the table, because in 9.25 years, there's going to be 0 pandas, according to the data. Okay, next one. The table shows a number of broadcast stations in the U.S. from 1996 to 2002. I have numbered the years off for you. Okay, so you're going to want your little mini table there. That makes it go a lot smoother. X is years. Y is TV stations. You can just put TV. Okay. Okay, so start graphing it. So we got 0 and 0. So it goes to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I have told you how to set that up here. You start at 1.50, and then you add 0.05. So I take 1.50 plus 0.05. 1.55. Then keep that on the calculator. 1.6, put 0.60, 1.65, 1.70, 1.75, okay? You can stop at 1.75 because you just have to get to 1.71. So 0, 1.55, so go straight up to 1.55. Then go forward 1, 1.56. Forward 2, 1.58. Forward 3, 1.62. Forward 4, 1.73. Forward 5, 1.69. Went down a little bit. Forward 6, 1.71. Now it shows a positive correlation, so we want to position our ruler from the first point so it goes up. Just go through as many as you can, okay? It's not going to be perfect, and it might look different than mine, okay? That's just fine, but it has to go up, okay? Okay. Now, write the equation. So M and B. But we have to have our table so we know what we're working with. You always want to pick your first point, 0, 1.55. Then pick 2 more points. I'm going to pick the one above the 1. So it'd be 1, 1.56. And then I will be picking the one above the 3. So that would be 3, 1.62. Now, if you pick different ones on your own, that's fine, okay? So M, Y minus Y, X minus X. I can't really measure it with the triangle because it's going by different amounts, okay? So, I'm going to start with 3 with 1.62 over the top of it, and then I go to 1 with 1.56 over the top of that, plus negative if you want, or just minus. Okay, we add those, we get 0.06, we add those, we get 2. 0.03. Your B's right there, 1.55. And now you have your equation, okay? Now we have to approximate how many years it will take to get to 3,000 TV stations, okay? So put 3 under the TV stations and put question mark. You don't put 3,000, just put 3, because when it says in thousands like that, that means you just put the number of the thousands, 3. Okay, so I write that down, the equation, and then y equals 3. So 3 equals 0.03x plus 1.55. So I have to solve for the x, but there's operations with the x, so I got times and plus. So I minus 1.55. So 3 minus 1.55 is 1.45. Then 0.03 times x, and then you divide by your coefficient of the x. Now you might get something weird, and that's okay. .48, just put 48. If you get a decimal, just put 48. So 48 years. 3,000 stations. Okay, and then the last one I'm going to do, there's another one, but we're going to skip that one. The table shows the sales of Target stores in the U.S. from the period 2010 to 2015. I have crossed out those years and put 0 through 5 for you. Okay? So we have to graph the data, then write a linear equation of best fit. So when I have to write that in a story problem, we're going to want the XY table. X is years, Y is sales. Okay. Okay, so graph the data. So 0 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then with my money, I should start at 25 and add 5 every time. So 30, 35. Remember, we have to just get to 47. So if I'm past that, I'm good. So 0.27 right there. 126, okay, right there. 229, so forward 2 up to 29. 335. 444, okay. 547. You need to position your ruler on the first point, and it shows a positive correlation, so we position it so it goes upward, okay? Just go through the points, okay? Okay, so there we have it. Now, I'm going to use my table. Definitely I want the first point. That's valuable for later, 0.27. Then I'm going to pick 2. I didn't go through any of them, so I'm going to pick 2 points close to the line. Okay, I'm going to pick the one above the 4. So 444. And I'll pick the one above the 5. Okay, so 547. Okay, so y equals blank x plus blank. So you got m and b. So m, we will use the y minus y, x minus x. So these are the x's and the y's. So 5 and 5 and 4, 5's higher. And its partner 47 goes over it. Then 4, 44. So it's 3 over 1, then you divide, 3 divided by 1 is 3, okay. Alright, now your B is right there, it's 27. When you know what goes with that 0, you have your B, 27. Okay, so that's your answer for A. Now, use the equation to answer this question. This one's a little different though. Predict the profit for Target stores in 10 years. 10 years, you put 10 in the years column. Trying to find that, so X equals 10 this time. So slash out your X, put 10. So I solved the equation very much differently, okay? Okay, so the Y is by itself, so we just calculate that, okay? The letter I still have is all by itself, so I just calculate the other side, okay? 3 times 10 plus 27 gives me 57, okay? So Y is 57, so you put that there, $57 million, okay? So there you have it. That's what they'll be doing in 10 years. If that goes to 10, it would be about at 57. Okay, you can cross out this back one. We're not doing it because it makes no sense. And then you go with this one, okay? 10, 5 apostrophe S, okay?